Yo guys, right, let's have a look at some stocks. Let me know what stocks you guys are all watching and we'll take a look. ZYXI just halted up. It's got some strong resistance at 159. Um, that's currently where its 100-day moving average is. So if it wants more, it's going to need to break that. I've got a scanner on the screen for those of you who are using it. SGBX. Let's see. This one needs to break 4. I remember before this one had good support at 380. ZYXI, I'm looking for this one to break 159. This one needs to break 159. Yo, Riptor. Did you get in that one? I seen you mention that one earlier. ZYXI needs to break 159. That's currently its 100-day moving average. GPUS, this one's correlated with Bitcoin now as 70% of their market cap is linked to Bitcoin. So this one's going to need Bitcoin to push up. 0.34 break it needs. GNS is currently moving. Not much volume though, so I'm not really interested in that one. Yo, Eric. Come on. CODX. This one ain't got much volume, but it's got some resistance at 0.38 and it's been above the VAP all day. So if that gets any volume, definitely one I'll be looking at. I didn't have FOMO hit and I had to deal with my dog. Yeah, it happens, this alright. Yeah, you don't want to be FOMO in these plays when they're this high. To be honest, I didn't expect it to break that 159. I was surprised it halted up, it was just out of nowhere. BYND's had quite a bit of volume today, but that $1 level is so strong. It's going to need some really heavy volume if it wants to break that. And with Thanksgiving and the week market being closed tomorrow, I'm not sure if people are going to be risking it. ASST is making some moves, 114. Let's see what's Bitcoin on. Bitcoin is currently at 90k. It'd be nice to see this one move up over tomorrow. I want this one to hit 95k Bitcoin. SPRC, fan bottom, no volume there. Yeah, this was a play from this morning, I believe. Let's have a look. It's currently below its moving averages. It rejected that 50-day moving average on the daily, as you can see on the chart. It's currently below VAP as well. Personally, I don't like this one at all. It looks finished. That's just my opinion. The volume's died out as well. You might possibly get a VAP retest later, but it's going to need some volume. Not a fan of that one. What's DF lines? 90. What stocks is everyone looking at? You might get some big runners into close. People will be pumping one last play before the market closes. IBG. See this one run all the time. Got no volume, but it's up 30%. Market's had an amazing recovery these past few days. FGL, this one you want to be looking around that 0.35 to 0.36 range for loading, in my opinion. So yeah, that's one to look out for. Last week, I mentioned it on the weekend, it ran from 0.35 to 0.48, so that was a strong move. IBG is currently moving 30%. It's not really got much volume though, so I'm not a big fan of this one. Looks like it could be a bull trap. XXII. Let's have a look. Another one with not much volume. Not really a fan. It looks like it could be reversing though. You can look for a trend reversal on that daily chart. Let's see. Uh, um, this stock. I'm just looking at the daily chart for this stock, and wow, it has. They've done a lot of reverse splits. I'm not a fan of that stock at all. Jesus. The 200-day moving average is ridiculous on that stock. Um, let's see. IXHL has made a nice move today. This one needs to break that 0.36, and then you can see that 0.40. AMBR, let's take a look. AMBR. This one's been consolidating for a long time in that 50-day moving average. Let's see. It's currently sitting on that 200-day moving average on the 4-hour chart. That 250 area, not much going on with this one at the minute. It should break out soon. Should pick a direction soon. I think this is a China play. Let's have a look. I'm pretty sure this is a China play, yeah. Yeah, not much going on with that one. You're going to be that one. I'll be watching quite close if you're playing that, because it's going to pick a direction soon. It's getting very tight. Um, what other stocks are we looking at? Let's see. LITM. Now this stock's their drilling results for a huge project in Wyoming is expected to commence soon. So that's what I'm watching out for maybe a news update for a nice quick 10% play or something. Let's see. Yeah, that XXII, personally, looking at the stock chart, it looks like it's just a company just has a history of reverse splits and dilution, which is not something I'm a fan of. That's always something you want to look at as well before you play some of these plays, because that's why I always say cutting losses quick is key. You don't want to be getting stuck in stocks like that, because like you'll just be bag holding as you are, and personally, it might never come back. Anything for NXXT? Let's have a look. NXXT. Where is this one? Give me a second. This one the other day, I think, and it loves to bounce off that $1 zone. Oh, what the hell? Hello, hello, hello. Sorry guys, my thing was lagging out. NXXT, let's have a look. It's currently oversold. You want to be looking for it to reclaim that $9 EMA, 9-day EMA, moving average on 130. Its MACD is quite bearish as well at the minute. If I was going to play this stock right now, I'd just be looking for a bounce plays, quick bounce plays, because if you want to play it longer term, you want to be waiting for a confirmation of a downtrend break. BYND is going for that $1 push. It's going to need some big volume here. Big volume needed to break that. Struggled earlier. If it can break that with some strong volume, I can see this one going to 110. BYND, the meme play. ZYXI just rejected that 159 I was on about earlier. If you look at the daily chart, you can see the moving average is sitting on 159. So that's where you'd be looking to scale out at some resistance levels. If it can break that, it can see 175. What other stocks we looking at, guys? Let me know in the live. Um, let's see. DVLT likes bouncing off that 205 area. DFLI, if it can close about that 0.88, that'd be very nice. Let me know what stocks you guys are watching. Let's see. The IWM small cap index is pumping. DVLT. Yeah, this one, if you're looking to play this one, I'd be looking for that 2.05 or that 170. So you could scale in small at 205 and then you could scale in more around that 170 if it dips. Depends on your risk tolerance, and obviously you got to manage your own risk. But they're like support zones. NUAI. Yeah, NUAI, a great loading zone would be 320. As I made a video on this the other day, and the demand zone is 320, 290 to 320, and that's, if you look at the chart, that's where you get so many bars come in, and every time it hits those levels, it seems to bounce very hard. So yeah, NUAI is quite bullish at the minute. It's above all its moving averages, so it's very bullish right now. The chart's setting up nice as well. Definitely be one to watch for next week. Especially, I think they had more news about expanding their data centers in Texas, which could be huge. CYPH needs to break that 170 if it wants anything else today. Let's see. Anything running that I've missed? Let's have a look. KTTA, no. SMX. SMX is a risky one. I'm not even going to bother mentioning it. AMBR. This one's just stuck. There's not really too much going on right now. It's a bit slow, as you'd expect with the weekend coming up. Let's see. Anyone know if there's any big earnings coming tonight? I haven't checked. What are we saying, guys? Let's have a look. BYND, watching for that $1 break. Gonna need some strong volume. SGBX needs that $4 break. This one seemed to be in a mint swing, quick in and out play. SGBX. Let's see where CMND is. I know someone mentioned this one earlier, so I'll take a look. PFSA. This is one that's being pumped by a Twitter group. They're quite big, so they can move the stocks. News expected. Yeah, I think you'd be if that happened, Jesus, you'd be banking. Let's see. IWM small cap index is pumping right now. So the Santa rally has begun. I did mention this the other week. The small cap index is seeing a lot of money flow into it, which is great for penny stocks. And I made a video the other day about the PDT rule, the pattern day trading rule, changes that are possibly coming early 2026. And if that happens, that could be huge for day trading penny stocks. BYND going for that $1 break. It needs to break here. Needs to break. BYND is going to need some strong volume. If it can break this $1, I'm seeing a room to $1.10. What else have we got? AMBR. This one's going to pick a direction soon. I'm not playing it myself. Let's see. Is there any long-term stocks you guys are in? Let's have a look. BYND testing that $1 now. You want to see it break here and hold, and you want to see some strong volume come in if you're playing it. Let's see. Femi. Let's have a look. It's currently green. It's just no volume right now. Yeah. Yeah, this one you're waiting on maybe some news. Got no volume today at all. Let's see. Femi's actually quite bullish right now because it's above all its moving averages. If that 50-day could cross that 200-day, that would be very bullish. Let's see what the 4-hour chart's saying. Yeah, Femi's just lacking volume. I actually like the chart on Femi. It just needs some volume. Just needs some volume. Let's have a look. BYND is struggling to break that $1 as it needs some volume, heavy volume. Let's see. GNS, you want this to break with volume, then you can see that 0.80, but I'm not seeing any volume, so I'm not really interested in that one at the minute. Let's see. Do you guys like having me just leaving the scanners on when I'm not here, just so you can watch stocks? I think a lot of you find it helpful, especially if you're day trading. Let's see. Let's see. Let me know what you guys are thinking, what stocks. Currently looking. BYND I'm watching right now, just seeing if it can break that $1. It's going to need some volume there. Can't see it breaking that $1 right now though. What are you guys thinking? Let's see. GPUS, this one could get a nice move if Bitcoin keeps moving up. OpenZ. Let's have a look. OpenZ. The hell? Oh, it's a new IPO. Let's see. Let's have a look. There's not much to go off for this stock as it's just IPO'd. Let's have a look. What's this 52-week low? I'd have to look into this one a bit more because what does the company do? Is this the warrants for the open? What the hell? Let's see. LITM. I posted this on my Twitter earlier. They're waiting for drilling results, which are meant to be completed in November. So anytime now you could hear from them, which could give the stock a nice boost. Currently got a low flow. I do think they have some dilution though possible, so it will be a quick in and out play, but maybe a nice 10%. Let's see. I think. Let's see. Yeah, BYND struggling to break that $1 right now. Said it needs some strong volume if it wants to break that. GPUS is getting a nice little movement now. If this one can break 0.34, you can think about that 0.38 range then, which is the next big test, and then obviously 40 after that. Do you think AIIO is about to break out? I'll take a look. Let's see. Let's see. What's the average volume? I'm just gonna check. God, that company has a lot of cash. What the hell? Give me a second. It seems to have some really strong resistance at that one. It's literally rejected twice on the daily, so um let's see. If this one if you're playing this one, I'd look at that I'd watch that $1 level very closely. It's got some it's near and oversold on its RSI. Mackie D's gone green, crossover is green. Let's see what the chart's saying. You want to see it break out from here, so watch this 0.73 level, look for a breakout around this level. Then you can start thinking about that $1 range. I'm going to put this one on my watch list. GPUS is set a new intraday high 0.34. You want to watch this one break 0.34, and then you can start thinking about that 0.38, and then obviously 0.40. This stock's gaining a lot of momentum recently due to increasing its Bitcoin holdings, and they recently did like a massive offering for like I think it was like 255 million. So they bought more BTC. They're obviously using it for other things. So now 70% of their market cap is tied to Bitcoin. So obviously with Bitcoin rising recently, it's given it a nice boost. I mentioned this one around that 0.24 range last week. This is definitely one you want to be watching as it's tied to Bitcoin now. And it was a Reddit play, I believe, like months ago. So they might try and jump back on it now. It's getting a bit of momentum. If I was playing it though, I wouldn't be loading now. I'd be waiting for a pullback. ZYXI. This one needs to break that 159. Just tested a new intraday high at 160. Rejected again, so it needs to break this 159. That's crucial now for more, or otherwise it's going to likely pull back. Let's see. AA. GPUS. What a nice move from 0.24. PSTV. If this one closes over 0.58, that'd be really bullish. That's what I'm looking for with PSTV. If anyone's playing that one, want to see it close over 0.58. LITM 304 new high today. Let's have a look. IWN small cap is pumping very hard right now. That's why a lot of these stocks are setting new highs. Penny stock market cap index is pumping. AIO 0.74. Anything worth entering right now? Um, I'm not too sure about day trade, but GPUS 0.35 nearly. I said 0.38 is the next level I'll be watching. Then obviously you can go for that 0.40 break, which would be huge. Anything I'm watching? PSTV, if it can hold this 0.58 and close, I'll be looking at that. CODX, this one has options on it, and it's recently just had a PT increase of 150, $1.50. ASST you could play as a Bitcoin angle, obviously with a move to Bitcoin. Bitcoin goes up, it follows. LITM, if their drill results come out and they're very good, you could see a very nice pump here, which was one I was mentioning about, and it's pretty low right now, so it's a decent swing option in my opinion. DFLR, you want to see it close over that 0.88 again. What else have we got? For day trade, ZYXI needs to break this 160 now, 159. GPUS, solid move today. Let's see. Poet, I really like AI data center play. Some really good technology. If you look into it, I think you'll like it for a swing. As I mentioned earlier, these AI data center plays like NUAI, Poet, they're all the US government is funding huge into AI and data center, so that's the future. So that's what I'm looking into. USAR new high today. Let's have a look. Uh, let's see. ZYXI is testing that 160s. As you can see, it's struggling here. So obviously, it needs to break, otherwise it will pull back. It's a risky one. MFI China play. GPUS 0.34. Beautiful. Um, let's see. SGBX. This one needs to break, obviously, that 4. Pardon me. If you want more. I think AR. Let's have a look. AREC. A lot of these mineral companies are like AREC. A lot of them in the future will be huge, but the trouble is with a lot of them, they've not actually like started production. They're all like pre-production, and that's why obviously they need to dilute a fair bit. But obviously, give them a few years, and they could all be huge. So long term, they're great investments in my opinion. But you can also play them short term, as you saw the other week when like I think it was a few months ago, China and US had their little trade war with minerals, and you saw how high this stock pumped. It went from like it ran up like nearly 400%, I believe. So you can also benefit short term as well. Yeah, if they've got a billion deal with the government, their future could be huge. Um, it's currently holding that 100-day moving average around that. So you want to see it maybe close around that. If not, it could possibly fall to around that 210 range. And if I was looking to play this one, I'd be adding there if it fell to that. So just a thing, another thing to think about. Um, IWM small cap index is pumping, like I said a minute ago. It's still pumping now into like still hitting new highs. Money is flowing into penny stocks. If this Fed interest rate cut happens next month, this Santa rally could be huge. Could see some crazy big runners in the penny stocks. AIIO, it needs to break the 0.73 area, and then I'm seeing move from a continued momentum. Um, let's see, what else have we got? Poet, I wanted this one to see 5 today. It's getting a bit of volume coming right now. It's trying to break out. A lot of these small caps today are having great moves because, as you saw the other day, the small cap index, I believe from like, Thursday, it's up nearly like 10%, which is huge. Great move. Robinhood had a nice move today as well, 10%. That IWM small cap index could next week possibly set a new highs. Obviously, there's a lot of data coming out next week. Um, there's a lot of data coming out next week, so a lot of delayed filings from the government, I believe. So there could be a bit of volatility next week, but if it's all good, the pump will likely carry on. But obviously, I bought into put as long as term it's under. Yeah, you can always nothing wrong with averaging down if you believe in the play. If you believe in it, um, yeah, Power I do really like long term. I do think it has a lot of potential. Definitely one I like long term. I think at these prices, it's a no-brainer in my opinion. Seems very cheap. ZYXI just popped that 159, and now you can see it's going for that 175 now, which I mentioned earlier. Pops that 175, you're likely seeing two. This one's going crazy, crazy mover. Um, let's see. SOFI so far. I really like this one. Nearly at $30 again. Bull long term looks amazing. Anything under 10, I'm personally adding. Great earnings every week. They got 450 million in cash, and their earnings increased 55% year on year. Their user record growth is increasing again. The last two earnings have been great. It's a platform a lot of people use. I use it myself, so I do really like Webull. Definitely a great long-term hold in my opinion. They do have some warrants though, so obviously the stock is getting a bit of dilution, but once those warrants are dealt with, it won't take. With the thing with Bull is with the dilution, it'll get bought up very fast because it's such a big stock. There's so many buyers, so it doesn't concern me at all. So long term, this stock is great. So the dilution short term isn't great, but long term, the stock is great in my opinion. Um, GPUS looking for this one to break 0.34 to go for that 0.38 range. Amazing move since that video on the weekend. They've had a bit of news come out this week with Bitcoin, so definitely helped. PSTV, if this one can break out, if this one can close over 0.58 and break out towards that 60 area again, you can look for that 0.64, and then you'll be looking for the 200-day moving average closes 0.69, which could be huge. You want to be looking out for more news on this one with coverage, with other big companies, updates on their clinical trials, which should happen fairly soon. They've had a lot of PT increases as well, so definitely got a lot of potential that one. Poet going for new highs, nearly a new high today. LITM new high today, 305. Mentioned this one quite a bit. They got some drill results coming out soon, so definitely one to watch. Should be any time now. It looks like the small cap index is pumping still. Yeah. ZYXI, there you go. There's that 1.75. If it can break this 175 and hold, you'll be looking for that $2 range next. Definitely looks like it has the potential to do it. It's looking very strong. BYND going for that $1 test. Needs some big volume here if it wants to break that. Breaks that, sees 110 in my opinion. BYND needs some strong volume here next C110. GPUS pushing for new highs again. A lot of these stocks are on fire right now. Great stock. IXHL, want to see it test that 0.36. It's going for it now. It's not got much volume, so I'm not expecting too much with this one. CODX, I like. It just needs some volume. It's currently sitting at resistance at 0.38, but there's just not much volume at the minute. They had a PT increase of $1.50, so pretty big. Just going to need some volume. I don't really play them unless if they don't have volume. Let's see. ZYXI is getting some huge volume right now. Breaks 175 can see too, 100%. BYND, I'm looking for this one to get some big volume. Then you can see that 110. It's had a nice move today, 17% so far. Let me know what you guys think. CODX. Watch this one because if this breaks 0.83838, this one could see 0.40. They recently had news of a PT target of 150 today. So BYND round two. Yeah, if the difference now with this time, last time is obviously they got a larger float now, but and I just don't the hype in there now, but it definitely has the potential for a little push here. If it can break this one, you definitely see 110 next. ZYXI needs to break this 175. Can see two then. Let's see. PSTV is getting a little move, looking for that 0.60 break. I want to see it break out here. Need some volume. Fermi. Let's have a look. Fermi. Ooh. This one's a large cap. Let's see. It's stair stepping right now. Stairway to heaven. The options volume is unusually bullish. So recent. Yeah, this one's got some options volume, which is quite bullish. So people are predicting the price to go up. It's currently sitting just below its 9-day moving average at 1654. When did this IPO? Not long ago. I assume with the IPO their float is going to be quite locked up, as they won't be allowed to sell. Yeah, this one, if you're playing this, look for that 1655. That's where it might encounter a little bit of resistance. What's that level? BYND needs to break and hold this $1 level for 110. Let's see. CODX, this one I was mentioning a minute ago, currently getting some volume coming in. 200k volume in the last 5 minutes. So if it can break the 0.38, I'm looking for 0.40 next. Also watching PSTV, getting a little bit of volume. AI data center plays, they're the future. They're getting so much spending from the government, so there's definitely a major thing I'm interested in looking at. And I keep going on about them because that's what I believe in. That's my opinion. Let's see. AI, yeah. Poet. Be nice to see this one close near that $5 range. That'd be beautiful. LITM, new hard a day, 307 nearly. Uh, Small cap index is still pumping into close. That's beautiful. MBOT, let's take a look. MBOT. MBOT. Nice little slow mover throughout the day. Let's see. This one has room all the way to 244. Yeah, this one was almost at 5 not long ago. Yeah, this one I can see room to 240, 244. Let me check something. Six months of cash, so not an immediate effect of dilution, but possibly in the not in the little in the bit of future. But yeah, this one definitely has room to 240. They had news 5 hours ago, partnering with for robotics program, which, as we know, robotics are pretty hot right now in the market. RR is another stock I like as well. Let's see. Seems to have some good support at that 170 level MBOT. So if you were looking to play and it went down to that range again, that'd be a possible loading zone. Uh, it did test 220, I believe, yesterday, and it rejected. So if it can break this 220 area, then you're looking for 244. Clear as 220, I'm seeing 244. Just needs to break this resistance here. It's getting some volume, so it can do it. The MACD bullish crossover as well, so it's looking good. Just needs a bit more volume. RSI is a little bit overbought, but definitely can see 244. ZYXI currently sitting at 175. This one can see 2. It just needs a break a bit with this 175. BYND is struggling at that $1 level. Gonna need some strong volume. Let's see, let's see. Oh god, yes. Market's pumping quite a bit right now, so let's see. CODX. I mentioned this one a minute ago. Currently going for that 0.39, getting some nice strong volume. I'm looking for 40 now. Breaks this 0.38. I'm looking for 0.40. Nice move so far. That's a strong move. Let me know what other stock you're looking at, and I'll take a look. 0.39, yeah. If it can break, it's getting some strong volume coming in. Nearly in the last 15 minutes, it's nearly had 400k volume. So I'm watching this for now. Let's see. What else are we seeing? Just let me know what you're seeing and I'll take a look. Right, Codex looking for that 0.40 break. Now let's have a look at the chart on this one. So it currently looks like it's bottomed out around that 0.30 range. If it closes above its 50-day moving average, this one could be bullish. I'm definitely seeing room to that 200-day moving average at 45 after. Need to break 40 first, so get some strong volume coming in right now. Just watching it, seeing if some strong volume can come in. Let's see. Data Vault. What do you think about Data Vault's share sale today? You can see the news and wheel. Yeah, I did see something about this. DVLT is more for me. I like to swing it, so I kind of get in and out at the resistance levels. So if I was looking to play this, I'd be scaling in around 205, and I'd be looking to add again at around 170. That's how I would play it. I like the company, but the only thing, obviously, the CEO does have a bad history, But obviously that doesn't mean anything. He could have changed. But yeah, it's just definitely something to watch out for. But the sector they're in, they release news pretty much every day, so it's definitely got a lot of potential. Um, Obviously they had news I think earlier about possible dilution, or they are diluting. So obviously short term that's not great because it can obviously hurt shareholders. But obviously long term, if they use those funds correctly and allocate them to the right areas, like investing in AI, data center companies, partnerships, acquisitions, like it could be massive. So you just want to make sure the management are using the money well, not wasting it, taking it for themselves. So it's just something you want to look out for. But it does seem to like to bounce off that 205. Obviously, you've seen it yesterday, today as well. Nice little moves. Let's see, let's see. Let's see. BYND needs to break this $1. ZYXI currently just set new highs at 188. Mentioned this earlier. 175 break can see two. This one definitely has the potential to see $2. Getting some very strong volume. Um, Codex. If this one can break 0.40, then you can start looking for that 0.44 range, looking for that 200-day moving average test. Close above that would be extremely bullish. Um. Oh God, I'm tired. Um. And let's see. Yeah, BYND just fell below one, struggling to break that $1. Needs strong volume. ZYXI though, currently going for that $2 test soon. 194, looking very strong. Very strong. I know you mentioned playing this one earlier as well, which is a gutter. Perfect loading zone would have been that 130 range. Seemed to bounce off there quite a few times. Nearly got those $2 taps, 196. So obviously, as I said earlier, 175 break, you can see that too, and it's nearly there now. Crazy move on that stock today. Has it just halted? I think it may have just halted. Yeah, the stock's just halted. ZYXI broke that 175. Looks like it's going to break two now. Just halted. Crazy move. What a monster. Uh, let's see, what other stocks are we looking at? Um, do, 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 do. ZYXI. God, that stock has been crazy today. Let's see. What stocks are we watching now, guys? Um, what a crazy move from that ZYXI. Mentioned if it broke that 175, it's likely going to see two. Monster move. What else should we see? What other stocks have we got running? Let's have a look. SMX just set a new high today. SMX, new high today. Pumping. Just broke that 10, just hit 1090. Monster. ZYXI FOMO so bad, would have made 100%. Yeah, it's a gutter, man. But I always think it could have went the other way. You never know. And obviously, if you're getting in and FOMO in, you're likely buying in at a riskier price. If you get in at the lower levels, you're minimizing your risk. And long term, playing it safe by minimizing your risks, you'll be more successful than if you gamble and FOMO. So it's a hard one to take. But long term, if you want to be successful, the best thing you can do is avoid FOMO in. It happens though, it's unlucky. What's your favourite stock currently? Which one is your most bullish stock you're in right now? I'd like to know. Yeah, let me know your favourite stock, I'm interested. It's trading's that long game. Patience always pays, you just gotta be patient. If you try and get rich quick, you're likely gonna lose a lot of money. Do 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 do. Bom, bom, bom. Poet just hit a new high today, 486. He's coming for your average. Open Door is getting a nice little pump. My faves have been NUAI and Devo about 3 months ago. I bought in both. Wow, you must have made a lot. That's crazy. NUAI all the way from 0.25 to $7. That's mental. That's a crazy percentage increase. Same with DVLT. 0. I think it was like 26 to like $4. That's crazy moves. I f that summer into September, there were some crazy movers. You obviously had OCTO, like a 4,000 percenter, DVLT, NUAI, crazy swings. And that's what we're looking for into Christmas. We're looking for a Santa rally. We're looking for some supernova, some massive 500%, 1,000% gainers. They will come, usually when you least expect it. Obviously, with this PDT pattern day trading rule change, I'll be looking for a lot more of them with that happening. SMX, new highs of the day. 1148, I believe. 1160, crazy. Now this one's obviously one you don't want to hold because, in my opinion, because obviously they usually dilute and reverse split. I did see a few groups on this stock, so if you want to be careful, you don't get caught. Did see a few people in that stock. DFLI, want to see it, needs to break that 0.92. It's having a hard time at the minute. Needs to break that. Beyond can't currently break that $1. ZYXI just unhalted. Looking for that $2 break. Currently 196. Crazy moves today. Monster mover, 166%er. I know a few people wanted to play that one. There you go. $2 taps. 175 broke. $2 taps. Crazy move. Going to be some huge resistance at that too. Big psychological level for penny stocks. Let's have a look. Let's see what we got moving. BQ getting a bit of movement. These scanners are so helpful just for finding plays. Obviously, if you have two monitors for like me as well, it makes a massive difference because I've recently just bought another monitor, so I need to set it up. So I plan on setting it up for next week, which would make a massive difference because obviously I want to buy some custom scanners, so private ones, which are a bit better, and I can customize them more and have multiple ones. And I'm looking to pay for some private news so I can get pre-market and after-hour news through you all. So just looking to improve. I need to work on my quality of my YouTube videos as well because the images and stuff, they need upgrading, so I'm working on that as well. So we're working on it all. We'll get there. Um, let's see. So ANPR, I mentioned this one earlier. It's been just consolidating in that 250 range, and it's struggled, and it's just had a bit of a knife. It just dropped what, about 7%. So yeah, that's why I don't like those ones when they're choppy. Let's see some news. Oh my God, two National Guard members have just been shot. Two National Guard members been shot in Washington. Wow, that's crazy. Uh, Give me a second. Right, let's have a look at some stock. Oh my God, what the hell? Sorry, I'm just currently doing something. Give me 2 seconds. Two people have been shot near the White House. Wow, crazy. Right, right now, though, I'm not sure. Haha, I think RVP ran a DFLIC ATM. CBA. Yeah, you mentioned CMBM earlier, and that had a great move. I think it's currently up about like 20%. So that was a nice catch from you earlier. Oh, Codex, nice. Codex, amazing move. Been mentioning this one a lot today, and obviously mentioned it a lot on the live. See that 0.38 break, get that 0.40. The next level I'm looking for this one is 0.44. 0.44. Currently at a PT target of 150 today. This one has options as well, which is weird for a penny stock. Which a lot of penny stocks like this don't really have options, so it's a bit of a weird one. Um, I don't let me check how the market's reacting to that news of two people being shot. It's not really reacted. I expected a bit of a drop, but nothing going on with that. Um, let's see. PSTV looking for that 0.60 push. 0.60. I'm looking for that push. ZYXI, what a move. $2.10 hit. Jesus. Um, wow. Codex, what a move. On Codex is getting some strong volume come in. Nearly a million volume in the last 5 minutes. Uh, what a crazy move. Let's see. Um, yeah. So some of those stocks you mentioned, they got some good potential. SES, SES. I'm planning on doing a. I think CES. Worth looking more into a swing. Yeah, I'm looking into SES this week. Tomorrow I'm gonna have a look. I'm having a look tomorrow, see if I can do a video on them, see what I think of them. I haven't looked into it yet, so I'm gonna do some DD tonight and tomorrow and see what I think. There's a few stocks I'll be looking at to watch. That's definitely one I'll be looking at tomorrow. I'm interested in this one. Um,
Yeah, tomorrow I plan on releasing around two videos. Then I'll try to do another two tomorrow. Um, yeah, so I'm gonna try and do two videos. SES, I'm definitely gonna be looking at that one, doing some research on that one, see what I think. And I'll be looking at some other stocks that have got some big potential, maybe some momentum plays, swing trades. Definitely be taking a look. Uh, Let me know what stocks you're currently watching right now. Into close, we're in power hour now, so power hour. After hours, I've noticed have been quite slow these past few weeks. Not really much going on. Let's see. Just gonna create a power hour watch list. Give me a second. ZYXI. Just creating a power hour watch list. Give me a second. Uh, right. Power watch list. There we go. Right. So let's see. What were we looking at? BQ. It's getting some movement. BQ, China play. It's trying to break out. I think I remember saying earlier 260 was a critical level to break. Breaks at 260, it can see $3. So that's definitely something you want to be looking at if you for a day trade if you want to play. 260 critical level. Um, QNTM. What a strong move. MFI, another China play. A lot of China plays going right now. China is hot. SBEV, low volume, 142 I believe was the resistance the other day. Struggled to break that. Codex, looks like we'll be getting a close above its moving averages. I want to see it touch that 200-day moving average. I'd be bullish. DEFT. If you could message me on Discord some tickers that you think would be worth looking at, let me know because I'm definitely interested. I want people's opinions. So send me some tickers on Discord, guys, of what you want me to look at, and I'll take a look into them, do some research, and if I like them, I'll load some videos on the ones I like. Um, XXII, let's take a look. Yeah, just send me the videos, send me the stocks on Discord, and I'll take a look. And then because I want to make some YouTube videos tomorrow. 103 XXII, getting a little bit of volume. Is this a China play? Let me check. XXII. Is it a China play? That's a US play. So they currently have a 7 million float. They don't have much cash. This one could pump soon because they need cash, so they might pump for a dilution. It's currently above its 9-day moving average. The next test would be 107 for XXII. 107 would be the next test. 107 would be the next level I'm looking at. Yeah, I just saw that America. White House is in lockdown. The White House is currently in lockdown as two soldiers have been shot near the White House. Two National Guard people have been shot near the White House, currently on lockdown. Um, let's see. XXII 107 is your next level for if you're playing that one. Very risky. BYND just broke one. Getting some heavy volume coming. BYND heavy volume.
110 is the next level you want to be looking at. That's my next resistance for that one. ZYXI just halted down. Let's see. BURU is getting some volume. This one looks like it's bottoming out around that 0.18 range. I made a video on this one the other week. Looking for a bounce from that oversold level. Could be the start of a trend reversal. 0.18 bottoming out. BURU. Codex, CODX, getting some volume in the past hour. Looking for that test of that 0.45, which is the 200-day moving average. A close above that would be extremely bullish. Had a PT increase earlier, so they're the ones we're watching right now. BURU. Um, Let me know, guys, what stocks. Let me know what stocks you guys are watching. I'll take a look. BURU getting some volume coming in right now. Nice bit of movement. 0.18. I mentioned this one the other day. It was oversold and it was due a bounce. It's got a large float, so be careful. BYND 105 getting some very heavy volume. I mentioned earlier, if this one wants to see that 110, it's going to need some heavy volume, and it's coming in right now. So BYND getting a nice bit of move over one, getting some very strong volume coming in. BYND 4 million volume in the last 5 minutes, getting some strong movement. What else are we looking at? Let's see. Let me know what you guys are thinking. Let me know what stocks you're watching. Poet, new hard a day, 487. Open, you want to be watching that 8 break. It's getting very tight open on the daily. Looking like it wants to break out. Open, OPEN. The market's currently pumping right now on the small cap index. Looking for new highs of the day. Small caps are getting a nice little push again today. BURU starting to break out. Possible trend reversal happening with this one. Bottom play. Bottomed out around 0.18. Large float, so will be a slow mover likely. Let's see. SMX setting new highs. Not interested in this one though. Way too overbought for me. BQ China play needs to break 260 if you want to look for that free range. SBEV resistance at 142. GPUS looking for that 0.34 break. Breaking that 0.34, you can be looking at that 0.38 range. So if you're in this one, that's next resistance levels you want to be looking at. BYND is going to need some more volume for that $1.10 test. What else have we got? Let me know what you guys are thinking. Let me know what you guys think. Let's see. Let's see. ZYXI is halted down currently, just opened up. PSTV, I'm looking for that 0.60 break. Baru's getting a nice bit of volume coming in the past 5 minutes. Possible bottom play, looking for that trend reversal, downtrend break. Need a heavy volume session to confirm. IWN, small cap index, penny stocks, pumping still.
New highs of the day going into Thursday market close. GPUS, watching this one. This one could be looking to set new highs. This one's currently above its 100-day moving average. So the next one I'm looking for is the where was it? Let's have a look. The 200-day moving average is 0.38. Oh god. ASST getting a bit of movement with Bitcoin. BYND, that 1.9 area. Freaking voice crack. $1.9 area is what I'm looking at for the next resistance. The White House is currently in lockdown due to two National Guard soldiers being shot. Let's see, let's see. Um, Let me know what you guys are thinking about the market. Are we bullish for December? Wonder if YXI will have another run. Um, Let me see. There's a lot of profit taken around that $2 area. If you look at the well, if you look at the 5-minute chart, you can see big selling at that $2 area, which was expected as $2. It's around 170%. That $2 range is always a massive psychological resistance. I'm seeing some stuff floating around Twitter of the next swing play, which is KALA, the next swing play, the next big swing play. It's a bio company. Looks like they've just had news 15 minutes ago of someone filing a 10% or 5% ownership. I'll have to look into this one. Let me take a quick look. Let's have a quick look at the filing. Give me a second. KALA is the next stock that people are saying is the next big swing. So if I was looking to play this one, I would be waiting for a pullback. Be waiting for a pullback with this one. This would be a decent loading zone. It's nearer the VAP level, but I'd be looking for a pullback just a bit closer. It looks like it's bottomed out around that 0.60 range. Getting a lot of hype on social media. Small float. Let's see if they need any cash. Company has 6 months of cash, 8 million float. Bio play. Could be worth a swing on the weekend. We'll have a look. MicroStrategy. CODX currently going for that 40 break again. Wants to test that at 0.45. PSTV. I want to see this one break 0.60. Poet. A $5 tap would be very nice today. Let's see. Power Hour. What have you got for us? CODX. Currently watching. CODX. Let's see, let's see. What stock are you currently watching? I need to check some of the potential catalysts for this Cala. So I'll look into it tonight, see if it's a good swing play for us. It could be a good swing play. It's getting some heavy volume coming right now. It's being mentioned on social media quite a lot. It's meant to be the next big swing. Kala. Yes. Kala. They might. It wouldn't surprise me if this one runs into next week. I need to look into it. Um. So they recently entered into a securities purchase agreement to raise up to 6 million through a private placement. Private placements are usually better than obviously public ones. Um, Additionally, a loan settlement agreement was reached with Oxford Finance involving a cash payment stock issuance. David Lazar, an investor, was appointed as the CEO. Cala has stock has faced challenges, 91% decline year to date. The company's 52-week range of 0.61 to $20 and a market cap of 5 million. So that is the current news. The stock recently fell off a cliff due to bad data, so it went from 20 all the way to where you see it now. So it might get a nice little bounce here for a little quick play, quick 10%er, quick 20%er, quick 5%er. Nice little quick bounce play possible. Obviously manage your risk. POET, $35. Nice move on POET. I know you're playing this one. Let's see. POET. So the market's currently pumping again. S&P near higher days. IWN set a new higher today. Cala pumping still, getting some heavy volume. KALA getting some heavy volume. Um, let's see. What stocks are we seeing? Um, KALA getting some nice movement. Poet. Um, let's see what's going on. Cala 0.85. God, it's gone up nearly at 5% since I first mentioned it. This one's being promoted as the next big swing on social media. It's getting some very heavy volume right now. If I was looking to play now, I'd be looking for a pullback around that 0.80 range, that range. Strong move. Yeah, this one's having a nice move right now. I'm not going to FOMO. I'll wait for a pullback. Oh, God, I'm tired. Um, let's see. Poet 489. What a nice move today. DVLT, Nearly Green. This Cala's had some very strong volume in the last 5 minutes. Let's see. Hmm. I'm sure there's going to be a massive play after hours due to the market being closed. We'll see. SBEV 142, some strong resistance of that, so I'll be watching that level. Let's see. GPU. If Bitcoin could rise, GPUS could see some big moves. Uh, oh, God. Let's see. What are you watching right now? Yeah, this CYPH, I'm looking for that to break 170. Bounce off that 145 level perfectly. If you look at the daily chart, got bought up both times. Great moves off of that. That'd been like a 20%er if you bought at that 145. Um, let's see. Stock market is closed tomorrow. David Lazar is the new CEO of that KALA. That's why it's getting some hype. I'll be looking for a pullback on this one if I do decide to play it. CYPH needs that 170 break. If it could break that, you'll be looking for a breakout then. KALA. New CEO David Lazar. Let's see. Um, this Kala is going crazy. God, 0.86. I mentioned it as 0.78. It's nearly 15% move already. Crazy move. This one's getting a lot of hype, as you can see. Volume is crazy. Getting some massive buys come in. It was about 15 minutes ago, I think they dropped that news of David Lazar as the new CEO. Kala getting some crazy moves. BYND looking for that $1.09 test. BURU looks like it's found its bottom potentially. Looking for a trend reversal. Let's see. Kala, got a move. I believe this one will have a pullback at some point, so I am having a look, just waiting, being patient. Crazy move though, crazy move. 0.87. God, this one's flying. Oh, let's see. Um, let's see. Peru, having a little bit of a move here. Let's have a look. Um, BYND 109 is the next resistance. It's getting quite a bit of volume, so has the potential. Pardon me. Codex, I'd like to see it turn to 0.38 into support. Oh God, I'm tired. Um, let's see. ZYXI, just no movement really. Nothing intriguing me right now. Uh, let's see. QNTM, what a move, crazy. Uh, KALA just hit 0.87. New news about 5 minutes ago. David Lazar is the new CEO, and they entered into a securities agreement for 5 million, a private placement for 5 million. Be touted as the next big swing. SGBX bouncing off that currently. Possible loading zone if you want to play. Very risky. Let's see, let's see. Um, PSTV looking for that 0.60 pop. Cala 0.84.
I'm scared of SGBX. Yeah, this one currently sitting at loading zone range in my opinion. Very risky though. If they do any sort of offering, this one is gonna plummet. Very risky. Been waiting for a pullback on that KALA, but it just doesn't want to stop. This one's just mooning right now. BURU having a nice little move, 8% up. Half 40 minutes till market closes. Let's see, what have we got? I think BITF had really good financials the other day, volume right now. Let's see what's going on with it. Let's see how much are they at? BITF. Oh yeah, currently at 12%. Bitcoin up as well, so it's getting a little bit of movement off that. Been a very green day in the market today, very green. Small cap IWM index is very green again today. Bitcoin going from 90k, SPY's nearly up 1%. It's been a very green day today, so everything is up quite a lot today, which is very nice to see. A lot of people will be green today. Cala still waiting for that pullback. Just doesn't want to pull back. Let's see, let's see, let's see. Um, just looking for some plays, but it is 40 minutes till close, so there probably won't be too many. A lot of people are pumping this KLAA, so you want to be patient. You don't want to get caught holding the bag with this one. KALA, I'm really looking at this one. I'm looking for a pullback, but every dip is getting bought up. I'm looking at the chart right now, and every dip on this KALA is just getting bought up. There's a lot of buying going on, a lot of buying pressure. If this one breaks one, it could explode. If this one breaks one, it could go mental. Especially with the market closing tomorrow, it could be a crazy one for Friday. If I was looking, that's where I'd be looking to load. It's crazy. I remember mentioning this a minute ago, and it was at that price. Now we're seeing 0.88, crazy move. This one's got some massive potential. I believe that David Lazar is known for being in stocks. He's the CEO of this company, and I'm pretty sure a lot of the stocks he's in, they usually go multi-dollars, so definitely has potential.
Oh god. might do a video on this one over the weekend, have a little look. This one is hitting a bit of resistance at that 0.87. Hitting a bit of resistance at that 0.87. Do, 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 do. Uh, let's see. PSTV nearly 0.60. Watching for that break. Let's see, let's see. KALA. Looking for it to pull back. Alright, I'm gonna stay on the live, but I'm not gonna be speaking. But if you could stay on the live, I would really appreciate it, just as it helps me. Um, so I'm gonna stop speaking now, but obviously if you could stay on the live, I'd really appreciate that as it helps. Right, see you later.